This is my first time ever doing a 24-hour readathon, and I literally don't even know how to feel because it is very daunting to think about doing something like that, but I've wanted to do it for a while. I literally didn't even stay up in college, like overnight. And so in this readathon, I knew right off the bat that I was not staying up overnight because I literally turned 30. I'm gonna be 31 this year. Like all-nighters, we just don't do that anymore. Like I need my sleep. And so I wanted to do 12 hours one day and then 12 hours another day, and just kind of do it that way. And I feel like these challenges are so fun because you can create and do them like in whatever way works best for you. And I feel like a lot of people who work like full-time jobs or maybe just don't have the ability to just like do only reading for 24 hours, maybe this will inspire you to create your own reading like readathon. So like if you have kids, or maybe if you're, I don't know, just like really busy, hopefully this helps you be able to do that. So let's get into the video and I hope you guys enjoy. I have no idea why I'm like nervous for this reading challenge. I'm starting it in literally 1 minute at 7:30, and right now it is 7:29 in the morning and I'm just like chilling. I've finished most of my work where I like won't get like behind or anything today, but I will have to like listen to some audiobooks while I'm like showering and like finishing my like work because it is still Friday. But I've never done a reading challenge before, so I'm really excited, and I'm so busy all the time that I never thought that I would actually get to a point where I could like read for 24 hours. But let's get into it. It is 7:30.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
Guys, I'm literally getting emotional. Oh my god, why am I crying? Oh my god. This book. Why am I crying? Oh my god. Why am I crying over this book? Oh my god, I am a mess. I can't. Like, I just finished Magnolia Parks and I am a hot mess. I have cried over one book in my life, and it was Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, and I have not cried over a book since. And literally as I'm reading this, I wasn't crying at all, and I just finished it, and literally I can't stop crying now. It is, oh my god, this book. I have already ordered the second book, Daisy Hates, and the rest of the series. Oh my god, guys. I think the reason why this book is so like gripping, and I feel like you will like this book if you have ever cared about someone that you need to let go, or have ever, I don't know, like whether it's a friendship or relationship, had like struggles in those areas. Like, I was reading this and she wants to let go of BJ so badly and she literally can't. And it, like, I feel like the feelings of this book take me back to when I was in high school and I was with people that I literally shouldn't have been, and they were treating me just like not the way I should have been treated. And I had so much love for them and not enough love for myself to give myself what I knew I needed, which was to let them go. And you get all of that in this book. I'm not gonna give my ratings or anything until the end of this video, but I literally, oh my god, this book absolutely wrecking me. I'm an hour in, and now that I'm done with Magnolia Parks. God, my voice is literally catching. Now that I'm done with Magnolia Parks, I am going to get in the shower, and I guess I should probably stop this. We're at an hour and like 4 minutes. I'm gonna get in the shower and I'm gonna listen to an audiobook while I get ready. And the audiobook that I started is We Are Liars, and I'm on chapter 64. So I have like an hour and 24 minutes left or so until I'm done. And I wanted to make sure that during this like reading for 24 hours that I like keep up with it, but like I literally have a job and I have to like shower and like do things. So if you're someone who wants to maybe do this challenge but you've kind of felt like it wasn't something that you could do, I feel like this is a good video, because as someone who is like, you know, works and has like a busy life, it's hard to make time to read. So like I always wake up every morning. I woke up a little bit later today. I woke up at like 6. I usually wake up at 5, but I woke up at 6 because I stayed up late last night trying to finish some of my work so that I could have more time for this video today. But I woke up at like 6, and then until 7:30 I finished like the rest of my work. I had like some deadlines and stuff that I had to do. But I still have some more stuff that I have to like shoot later. So while I'm like editing and things like that, I'm going to listen to an audiobook, or like while I shower, while I eat, while I literally can't physically like read. And then I will not be staying up all night, but I will read until late and then go to sleep and then wake up in the morning. And you know, sleep is one of the most important things in like keeping your stress low, keeping you healthy, and I literally will not compromise on sleep. I don't care if it's for a challenge, for like literally anything. And I want to like get up and work out tomorrow, so the only time I'll take a break in this reading vlog, other than like right now when I'm talking, or any other time that I'm talking, is whenever I like go to the gym and work out. But there's just some things that like I don't want to miss out on, like working out, and I have to obviously finish work, so I will be listening to audiobooks during that time. But this book has wrecked me. Like I feel like when I first started this book, I didn't think that I was gonna be obsessed with it. I'm gonna be honest, because I was reading it and there isn't a ton of dialogue. You kind of get a lot of like their back like thoughts and stuff, or like, I don't know, it just isn't as much dialogue, and it's written in a way that I've really never seen a book written. It's just written like so differently. And then when you really start getting into it, I think if you've read this book, you'll know what I'm talking about. When she finds her foxhole, that's when I feel like it really starts to move and you start to get more invested into the characters. And then, I mean, the ending and the way that it ends, oh my God, I'm literally gonna start crying again. I kind of saw the ending coming, but I like didn't want to believe that it would end that way. And when it did, it's just like, it's so realistic, and I can't wait for the rest of the books to get here because I'm already ready to read Daisy Hates. But what the actual heck. I make sure you guys are following me over on Instagram, because I am going to rate this on my Instagram and on Goodreads, so you guys will get to like see these updates in real time. But I'm not gonna like give you guys the rating till the end of this video. So anyway, let's go shower, get into the rest of the day, and keep this reading vlog going. Just finished We Were Liars, and I just paused the time. We're at 2 hours and 33 minutes. I'm just sitting here and eating like a late breakfast, and yeah, I am really glad that I left most of this day open, and I like finished most of my work like late last night, because now that I'm on this like reading kick, I like don't want to stop. So I showered, and then I like got my breakfast and stuff. And now that I'm reading this book, or finish this book on audiobook, I feel like I'm ready to like hop into another one. This book, honestly, I initially, like, I've never DNF'd a book, but this was like the closest I've probably ever come to DNFing a book. And it's just because the way that this is written is, it's kind of written very like lyrically, and I am not usually like obsessed with that kind of writing. Like Girl in Pieces was probably the most like lyrical book that I've read in a long time. Even though I did enjoy that book, I think that the content of the book was a little bit more exciting. This book kind of hinges on like finding out what happens and why the like family has like all these issues. And yeah, I think the ending is what kept it from being like absolutely terrible. It was very sad. I feel like I'm just picking up sad book after sad book. It was very sad, but I think that I'd probably, I don't know, not give it like the highest rating. I already know what I'm gonna rate it, but I'm gonna just wait till the end of this video just to like show you guys the rating, because yeah, I don't know. I was bored most of this book, but the ending did wrap it up and made it like very heartfelt. So I'm gonna finish my breakfast and then we will start another book. I'm going to start the Dead Romantics on audiobook, I think, but let me show you guys the like physical book. So this is the book that I've decided I want to start next. It looks like a really good one, and this is actually one of my newest books that I picked up, but it just looks so good that I feel like I will be obsessed with it once I get into it. So this is what I'm going to start, so I'm going to read this while I eat. Challenge is that I get kind of bored easily, especially when I'm starting a new book, and so it's taken me a little bit longer to get into these two books now that I've like really started them. They're like obviously getting better, but at the beginning I was literally like, I'm just pulling teeth to get through it. I'm on chapter 17 in this one. And I like to read two books at once because I like to read one book that I feel like I will really love, which is this one. And then I like to read one book that I am not sure if I'll like, which is this one, because I don't know, I feel like if I'm reading a book I don't like, I don't want to just be stuck reading that book, which is why I read We Were Liars along with Magnolia Parks at the same time. I just know my taste so well where I can usually like figure out if I will enjoy a book or not. But sometimes a book will get like overly hyped and I will kind of like fall into the hype where I want to like pick it up and bring it home. And so that's honestly why I picked up Dead Romantics, because so many people talked about it. It was a Good Morning America book club book rec, but it's actually surprising me and it is really good. Again, on chapter 17, so I'm about halfway through, I think. Yeah, it goes to like page 400, and I have been listening to this on audiobook whenever I am not like sitting down. So when I'm like washing dishes or when I was showering earlier, like things like that, I will listen to it on audiobook, and then whenever I sit down I pick it up in the actual physical book. And then this book I'm only reading in a physical book, and I'm on page 14. No, I think page 14 right now. So yeah, they're both really good so far. I will say I'm getting tired, and there's absolutely no way I could stay up overnight. Like, I don't know how people do this and stay up. Like, reading is the only thing that relaxes me so much, where I could literally fall asleep within 5 seconds of reading because it is just like immediate relaxation for me. It's something I do at night to wind down, like my shoulders sag, like it just feels very relaxing. I will say that this reading challenge has probably been, I don't know, the hardest long span of reading because, I don't know, I don't like feeling like I need to finish a book in a certain amount of time. And I think for the next reading challenge, oh my god, the next reading challenge, I will not give myself like a certain amount of books that I need to read. Like I wrote down, like I wanted to finish 2 books this morning, which I did. So like between the morning and noon, I wanted to finish the 2 books I had started, which was Magnolia Parks and what was the other one that I read? We Were Liars. And then I wrote for the rest of the day, I want to finish these 2 books. And I kind of made like little markers where like tomorrow morning I want to finish a book, and then the rest of the day I want to finish 2 more books. So I have kind of like all these markers, and I almost feel like if I don't hit those markers that I'm like not completing the challenge. But I have to remind myself I'm literally just doing this just for fun. Like it's not like, it's not that serious. So that's the only thing that I think I would change in the future. I did pause the time. We are at, I paused it when we were like talking, but we are at 8 hours right now. So we've been reading for quite some time, and I will say like I'm realizing how much I get on my phone when I'm reading. Like I will read and then I'll like pick up my phone. I'll be like, why am I picking up my phone right now? Like I should be just like reading. And that happens more often than not when I'm getting into a new book. Like once I'm in the book and like fully invested in it, it's not as hard. But getting into a new book is definitely the hardest part because I'm not like fully invested yet. So yeah, these are starting to get better like now that I'm getting like closer to halfway with some of them. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. But yeah, so anyway, that has been really interesting to learn because I always felt like when I would read that I would just be like super invested into the book, and now I'm realizing that I wasn't as invested as I thought, and that I could definitely be more focused. So yeah, let's read for a little bit more. Going outside is always another option because the sun's about to set, so we might do that in a little bit. But I really want to get through these books tonight, and we will see if we can get through them. My favorite time of day is reading just like in my bed as the sun's setting, because the sun comes directly in and I can like almost not even look at you guys because the sun is like right in my face. But it's so nice, like just having the sun on my face, and it gives me like beach vibes, like cozy vibes, and I feel so blessed that like we have the sun coming in here every day. It just feels so nice, and you can see the water from here too. This is our view from the bedroom. You can see the sun is just coming in, and there's the water out there. It's just so nice, and it's so relaxing just to sit in bed and read while the sun is setting. Ready to head back into the bedroom. It's getting late. It's 10:17 and I just paused the timer because I am at almost 12 hours and I'm getting ready to probably read for 30 more minutes. I wanted to get to 12 hours today and then do 12 hours tomorrow for a full 24 hours. So I'm gonna read for 30 more minutes and then head to bed. I am really tired. I don't think I realized how much this like challenge would just make me like tired because reading relaxes me and I'm reading all day. But guys, this book is so good. This one right here, so so good. Like, just, I mean, it's so good. I haven't really heard anyone talk about this book, but it has really high ratings on Goodreads, and it was actually published, I think, in like 2013, but they just updated the cover. My eyes have been watering so much lately, and I take allergy medicine every morning, and I don't think it's that, but like, I don't know what else would make my eyes water like an insane amount. But anyway, they just released a new cover for this, and it's called Wait For You by Jennifer Armentrout. And if you guys want to see when I picked this up, just watch like one of my last vlogs when I was book shopping in, I think Walmart is when I got this one. And it's so cute. The whole book, the guy is like literally like wants to be with the girl so bad, and it's so cute. Like, he asks her on a date every single day. He'll be like, go out with me, and she'll be like, no. And like she definitely like has feelings for him, and he knows that she does, but she's just like scared to like open up to somebody. And so every day he'll be like, go out with me, go out with me. And then like he came over and brought over like breakfast to her house on a Sunday just to like make breakfast. And he was like, well, like, making breakfast here isn't that much different than making breakfast at my own house. And he's like, this isn't a date, it's just me making breakfast. And so he would just bring over his stuff from his house to make breakfast at her house, and then he would do that every single Sunday. Just like, how freaking cute. So this book is very good. Dead Romantics is also really good, surprisingly way better than I thought it would be. It is really weird, the whole concept of like her being able to like talk to people who aren't alive. Like, that's like a weird thing. And I don't think that I knew that that's what would be in this book going into it, because like I'm not really into like, I don't know, I don't really like any books that have like a supernatural element to them. Like, it's not my vibe. Like, and I don't really get into fantasy or anything, and like, I don't know, I just like things to be more, I want to say realistic, but then again, like, I love a good romance that is like so sickeningly sweet that it's almost not real. So I don't know what like my vibe is, but this one is good. It's just like not as good as this one. This one is so cute, and there's other books in the series too, so I'm gonna check and see what books like are in the other, like, are in the series, and I hope it's about these two, but it might be about the friends that are in the friend group. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check it out whenever I go in there, but I'm gonna read for 30 more minutes, and then I'm gonna check and look at that series, and we'll finish up and get to 12 hours tonight, and then go to sleep, wake up, and I'm gonna wake up in the morning, maybe around 5 or 6, and then start and do the rest of the 12 hours tomorrow. It is exactly 12 hours, so I'm stopping my reading for tonight, but I'm pretty far into the book, and I'm gonna take a break until tomorrow, and then we'll get back into it tomorrow with this book and the Dead Romantics. Good morning. I went to bed at, I don't know, it was like 10 or 11 or something last night, and I literally feel like I went to bed at 2 a.m. Like, I don't go to bed that late usually. 7 o'clock right now. I'm getting ready to start reading. And I just don't know how people stay up overnight to like do this challenge, because I could never. I feel a little tired, but more rested obviously than if I had stayed up overnight. But yeah, let's get into reading. I'm gonna start with Wait For You, because I'm really into this book. It's so cute, and I'm about like over halfway through. So this is gonna be the first one that I start with. The timer, because we're at 17 hours and almost 18 hours, and I just finished another book. I finished The Dead Romantics. This one was a really good book. I was actually extremely surprised, mostly because I don't really like anything that's paranormal, like at all, and I just didn't really know what this book was actually gonna be about whenever I picked it up. I think I saw someone share this in like a review or something on Instagram, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. It was good, but like the storyline, the paranormal stuff, I feel like it's just not for me. If you like paranormal books, you will love this book because I feel like it's like none I've ever read before because it's a romance. And the writing is so good. It'll keep you invested. The love story is really cute, but the paranormal aspect, I just was like not really super into it. So I saved my rating for the end of this vlog, but I did really love the writing in this and I was pleasantly surprised. And then I'm almost done with this book, Wait For You. And I've already put the like second book into my cart because this book is so freaking good. She ends up getting sick in this book and he like takes care of her. She gets sick like twice, and guys, I love when a guy takes care of a girl when they're sick. Like when they have to like put a cold like towel on their face and like, you know, just, it's just so sweet and it never gets old. And they like kiss in the rain and they have just like very, I don't know, it's just like such a cute book. They also, there is a lot of like heavy stuff in here, so keep that in mind. There are some definite triggers I know that will be in here for some people, so check the trigger warnings on this one. But it is really sweet because I feel like a lot of the like things you want to see in romance books are in here. Like they stargaze together, they just do a lot of really sweet things. They like watch movies and just like cuddle and like spit. Like it's, I don't know, it's really cute. And they're in college, so like you get that college vibe. It's just really sweet. So I'm gonna go outside. It is sunny and like nice outside, so I'm gonna go and read more of this out there. I'm pretty far into this now. I'm almost on page, let's see, 20, or I'm almost on chapter 26, and there are 34 chapters in this book, so getting close to the end. But the next book I think in this one is called, oh my gosh, you guys, Braden's outside moving sticks. He looks so hot right now. Let me see if I can like get a video or something of him walking around. He's just picking up sticks, and like he just looks like oh my gosh, so freaking, oh, I'm getting distracted. But the next book in this is Be With Me, so I think that I'm gonna read that one next. And yeah, I definitely feel like reading today is a lot easier than yesterday, and it's probably because this is what I do most Saturdays. I just kind of like read all day or listen to audiobooks like while I do dishes or like, you know, make dinner or whatever, and then just like read the rest of the day. So it doesn't feel abnormal. Yesterday felt extremely abnormal, but it's a lot more enjoyable when I'm not like stressing about like other work that I need to be getting done. So today's been like really fun. So let's head outside. I'm gonna show you guys the next book that I'm going to start before we go outside and read. So let me show that to you guys now. I think the next book that I want to read is The Poet X. I've heard really good things about this book. I'm not really sure how I feel about it just because it is like, it looks like mostly poetry, but it does have high ratings on Goodreads. The only thing I'm nervous about is like, I haven't gotten into poetry in a while. I used to be really obsessed with poetry and I read so much of it, but I haven't in a bit. So this is the next book that I'm gonna read, and then I need to pick another book because I like to like tandem read, just like if I get kind of like bored of one or like wanna, I don't know, jump into a different story, I like to have another one. So I'm not really sure what the next one I want to pick is, but I do know that I want it to be by a Black author, which is why I picked this one. I have so many books that I haven't read. I haven't read most of these, and I have read all of these down here. I've read all of those. Ooh, The Housemaid. That's another one that so many people have said are good, but I feel like I'm on a like romance kick, so I kind of want to stick with romances. I've read all of these up here, so I don't want to pick those, but I'm gonna bring the book outside whenever I decide, and then I will show you guys once I get outside what book I decided to read.
You can't turn the tide, let the water go where it wants to go. Yourself beneath the stones. Somebody told me don't pretend, 'cause everyone could use a friend sometimes. Take some good advice. Don't let your fear decide. That's how you break inside. The wind makes way across the fields.
So the books I ended up picking out are, they look like they're gonna be really good ones. I got Make a Scene and Dear Amelia. I think these will be good because they're both by Black authors, and one is more like YA and the other one is more like spicy. And I've heard they're both good, and they're also both really short. It feels so nice just to be reading out here, and I'm almost done with this book. Just finished this book. Wow, the ducks out here, geese, are going wild. But I just finished this book. It was really good. I am at the 20-hour mark. I just hit the 20-hour mark. And I'm gonna start a book, but I have an Amazon package that just got dropped off, and I know it has some books in it. I'm not going to show you guys the whole haul because I'm going to show the whole haul over on, or I'm going to show it here on YouTube, but I'm going to show it in like a separate video. But I'm going to go open it because I think I might start Daisy Hates after I read one of these. I haven't decided which one I want to read. Let me read the back. This one says, Retta Majors is having a bad day, but that's to be expected when your ex gets engaged to your cousin. Instead of totally freaking out, Retta decides to attend the wedding with her amazing, faithful, and handsome boyfriend. One problem, he doesn't exist. Duncan Gilmore is living his dream as a boxing gym owner. The last thing on his mind is a relationship. That's until the baker next door makes him an offer so bizarre he can't refuse. One weekend of pretending to be Retta's boyfriend should be easy. However, shared kisses and flirting start to blur the lines in their fake relationship. When their performance draws to a close, will they go their separate ways or return for an encore? So this looks like this book is a like fake dating trope, which is cool. And then this one says, Dear Amelia, I love you. Advice columnist Amelia Reinhart had been told her entire life that she was destined for greatness. After gracing the cover of a popular magazine that highlights black professionals, Amelia knew she'd finally made it. Now that her career was taking off, she no longer had an excuse to ignore the storm brewing between her and the man she's known her entire life. Real estate mogul Israel Holloway has worked tirelessly his entire adult life to get to where he wanted to be, so working hard to get who he wanted to be with was a task he had no problem taking on. Israel longed to be the #1 man in his best friend's life, and in an attempt to win her heart, he turns to the one thing he knows will get her attention and keep it. But will it? Signed, someone very close to you. I love a best friends to lovers trope, so this is going to be the book that I'm going to read, because this book has I think a long series, so there's like 4 or 5 books I think in it, and it's about like different people. I think, I'm not 100% positive. Yeah, I think I'm going to read this one because I love a good best friends to lovers trope. I love how the beginning of this, it like says, hope you enjoyed the start of my new series, Love in Seattle, which follows the lives of 4 brothers. First up, Israel Holloway. I have heard that this book is similar to the Dreamland Billionaire series because it's about like, I think a bunch of like rich brothers. And what I was going to say that I love is that this has the content warning literally right in the front, and it says they do not occur within the story, but they're discussed. I think that's really cool. The quote, I choose to be your friend, but falling in love with you was out of my control. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I am starting this one. I'm kind of taking a little break to give you guys a Amazon haul, but I'm sure you guys aren't gonna be mad about it because there is some good stuff in here. I have one box and then, ooh, and I have this super heavy box. I have a couple more on their way, but I'm gonna show those in another vlog, literally. Guys, I don't know what box, like I don't know what's in what, but we're gonna open this one first. I'm not gonna show you guys all these books because again, I'm gonna show you guys these in my Amazon unboxing because there's other stuff coming, and so just know that there is a haul coming soon, another Amazon book haul. Okay, this one doesn't have it, but this one does have some good books in it. Let's see, this is gotta be the one. This is so heavy. Okay, oh my God. Holy cannoli. Wow, guys, look at all these books. There are so many. Make sure that these are turned around so you don't see them. There's so many. Oh my God, guys. This is wild. Got this stack. And then I have, oh my God. Ah! I'm dropping them all. And then I have another stack. This stack right here. So literally, there are so many books. Oh my God, this is literally an arm workout. Oh my God. But I'm gonna show you guys these in my Amazon haul that's coming. It'll probably be in my next video, like one of my next ones, depending on if the other packages come in. But this is what I was looking for because I think I want to start this next. I literally cried so much. I mean, obviously you guys saw, but like I was not expecting to cry reading Magnolia Parks. I have not cried reading a book in so long, and so now I want to like really jump back into this universe. So I'm gonna read Dear Amelia, and then I think that this is gonna be the next book that I read because I feel like I'm gonna read through this really fast. This one has 424 pages. So this might be like my last book that I read. I'm not sure if I'll get through it or not, because obviously I only have 4 hours left. And I don't want to say only, but like 4 hours goes by quick when you're reading. And I'm gonna try to finish Dear Amelia, and then I'm also reading The Poet X. So I don't know if I'll get to this one or not, but I want to pull it out because I want to read it. So yeah, I am excited to read this. I do want to go back outside and read some more before the sun sets. I thought about going to the bookstore today, but I think I'm gonna wait. I was gonna go just to like browse. I feel like if you're someone who reads, one of the most fun parts of reading is like browsing and like seeing what's new and being around like bookish people. And I don't know, I think if you want to get into reading, definitely start like watching more videos like this or going to bookstores to read. I feel like I always get more inspired to read when I'm around like books and people who also love books. But oh my God, guys, I cannot wait to read this. I'm just so excited. Freaking Daisy Hates. This is the second book in the universe. I forget what it's called. Magnolia Parks universe? I don't know. And I think this is like called Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, I think. The only thing that kind of stinks is like the binding of this. I can see like the glue in it, and I hope that it doesn't come off because it already looks like it's very like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like overthinking it, but I'm excited to read this. So let's go back outside and read Dear Amelia and just relax out there for a little bit, soak in some more of the sun, because I have a few more hours to read and I want to get as much reading done outside that I can, because I feel like it just romanticizes everything. So let's head back outside. Get a snack before I head out there, and these are so good, I swear. I could eat these all day long. These are just little sweet mango like rice ice cream treats. They're made out of sweet rice dough and ice cream. So good and like really refreshing for summer. I'm gonna bite it and show you guys the inside. Okay, now bite it. Look at that. That looks so good. Just like mango ice cream. Really yummy.
Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. Oh, you and I, we got it. Oh, we don't need no more. Oh, even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
I have 5 minutes left of this and I am really proud of myself for finishing literally 5 minutes. And I have read so much, like literally I finished so many books. So I'll give you like a little recap tomorrow or like one of these days, but I'm gonna sit here and finish the last 5 minutes. I only have 25 pages of this book left, or less than 25 pages, but I've had to like go back through a couple of pages. Like I'll read halfway through a page and I'll be like, wait, hold on, like I'm so tired, let me like go back through another page. So I feel like I definitely could have finished this in the amount of time if I wasn't like as tired as I am right now. But yeah, let's finish these last 5 minutes. Here we go.
Give me love, give me all your love, oh, 'cause I want you. No one else makes me feel this way, don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand, look me in the eyes.
We're almost done. Literally 24 hours. Oh my god, guys, I am exhausted. I don't know if you noticed, like while I was reading, literally my eyes were closing. This challenge is way harder than it looks. Like just watching people's videos, it feels like the challenge is like, oh, like it's fun, like whatever, like it's easy. It's definitely fun, but it is definitely hard. I found my eyes started to like hurt from reading so much, and I read a lot as it is, but like I just don't read for 24 hours, you know? So like I would read for like an 8-hour sitting or like a 10-hour sitting, and I do that sometimes on like a Saturday. On a Saturday I'll do that, but it's like once in a blue moon, because even then I might like go to Starbucks or like, you know, go to a bookstore, like take a break and then come back and read. the only time I feel like I get like uninterrupted time to read is in the morning when I like read at 5 a.m. If you guys want a video of like me reading at 5 a.m, let me know, because I still do wake up in the morning to read at 5 a.m. But we did it. We got this 24 hours. And I have still not that many pages left in this book. Like, I only have this little teeny tiny sliver, but I'm not gonna finish it tonight because I'm getting to the point where I'm so tired that I can't even like really like focus on the pages and like what's happening. So I'm gonna finish this later. I also started The Poet X, which is another good one, but I didn't finish it, so I'll probably give you guys a wrap up for that one too though, because I feel like I'll have it finished by tomorrow, just like I'll have this one finished by tomorrow whenever I do the wrap up. So yeah, maybe I won't have The Poet X finished by tomorrow, I don't know. I'll definitely have this finished by tomorrow because I'm gonna read in the morning like I normally do. But anyway, yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm so proud of myself for how many books I read during this readathon. I read 6 books, and I really just jumped back into my love for reading even more than I ever have. So if you've never done a readathon, try to do it. Even if you're using like audiobooks, or if you have to take breaks, maybe you have to do it over a weekend or over a week. Try to read for 24 hours total. Like, it will get you back into that like obsessed with reading feeling, and whatever way you have to do the readathon, like just do what works best for you, because it was so fun. I definitely was tired because my eyes are not used to reading that much, but it was just like a breath of fresh air, and I felt like a kid again, just like picking up books constantly and like constantly just like eating them up. So I'm gonna go through each rating of every single book because I feel like you guys didn't really get a in-depth dive into each book. I did put everything on my Goodreads, so make sure to follow me there. And also follow me on Instagram and on TikTok because I share lots of book chats and stuff there as well. So the first book that I finished was Magnolia Parks, and I rated this book a 4.5 stars, which honestly, like, is extremely rare for me. Like, I don't normally rate books that high, but this gave me Gossip Girl vibes, and I did not want to let this whole universe go. I will go into like an even more in-depth like chat whenever we do the end of the month wrap up, but I wanted to give you guys like a little synopsis. And if you look over my Goodreads, you guys can see my review there. But this book was just like, kept me hooked to the end. Obviously, as you guys saw, I literally cried at the end of this book, and I already have picked up the rest of the books in the series. As you guys saw, you're gonna see an Amazon unboxing, I think, on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that, and make sure you subscribe. It's gonna be a big unboxing, over 30 books. But yeah, this book it just hooked me. I will say it was very different to begin with because it kind of breaks the fourth wall. So whenever I was getting into the reading style, I just wasn't really used to this type of style. So it took me a minute to get into it, but once I like got into it, I was obsessed. And then the second book that I finished was another one that I had already started, and it's called We Were Liars. One thing that I really like doing is I will tandem read with like audiobooks or reading the book. And so whenever I'm driving, I can like keep up with the book, and whenever I'm like cooking or cleaning or showering or doing things where I literally can't read, I will listen to the audiobook, and then I will look on the audiobook's little like section that has all the chapters, and then I'll go into the chapter that coincides in the book. So that's another good way if you're really busy, or maybe you like, you know, have a 9-to-5 job, or you have kids, or you're just busy. You can keep up with reading books because you don't have to like actually stop. You can listen to the audiobook, and then when you're off work or whatever, you can pick back up where you left off, and it doesn't feel really like you miss much because you're still keeping up with it on the audiobook. But I did listen to this, and I also read this, and I just wasn't obsessed with it. I didn't really enjoy it. I was kind of bored, and honestly, the only thing that really saved this book was the ending, because the ending does have a little bit of a twist. And yeah, I would not really recommend this book. I was very bored. The rating I gave this one was a 1, and I truly almost DNF'd this book, so I'm really surprised that I actually kept with it. And then the next book that I read was The Dead Romantics, and this was another one where I like tandem read and listened to it on the audiobook, and I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars, and I gave this one a 3 out of 5, but I think that if I had liked reading paranormal books, I would have liked this book a lot more. I did not know that this was a paranormal book going into it. As you guys have seen from a lot of my videos, I don't really give like a backstory whenever I purchase books because I don't really read that deeply into the book. I kind of just look at like the overarching themes or like what the genre is, like is it romance or is it thriller or whatever, which you guys know that I love, and then I just kind of like hop into it from there. I don't want to know too much about the book because I don't want to get too high of expectations, but with this one I wish I had known it was like a paranormal book because I think that I would have probably just not purchased this book because like paranormal vibes isn't really what I enjoy reading. But if you do like that, you will really like this book because it's very easy to read. It's a very cute story, and I feel like there's so much more than just the romance that you like get to learn about. And I don't know, it's just a really good book. Ali Hazelwood, who wrote The Love Hypothesis, also says it's a good book, so you should read it, but it's not something I was like absolutely obsessed with. But something I was obsessed with was Wait For It, and this book, I remember giving this a 4 out of 5, and I remember giving it that because I did not want to put this book down. Like, I was just so in love with the two main characters. The dates were so cute, and just like kissing in the rain scenes, like it just, this whole book made my heart so warm. There are definitely some tough and heavy topics in this book, so look up the trigger warnings. But this book was actually written, I think, in like 2013, and they made a new cover, and now it's like, I found it in Target, and it's like, I don't know, getting popular again. But this author has written over 50 books, so I'm excited to read the rest of this series. I literally have already purchased some of the books in the series because I want to hop into it. And then the book after that I finished was The Poet X, and the next two books, this one and the other one, I actually finished them yesterday after the reading vlog because I had like 25 pages left of each. So just to be fully transparent, like these books I finished in the last like hour, so technically it took me 25 hours to finish these, but I rated this book 3 out of 5 stars. I think if I was a bit bigger into poetry, I would have loved this one. I used to love poetry, and I've kind of stopped like really reading it or writing it as much, and so I haven't really connected with it in a while. I had a hard time connecting with the characters other than the main character because they were talked about, but talked about so briefly and only in really a negative way. So I don't know, it just, I think the themes and the messaging in this book are great for like a book club or something like that, but I just had a hard time connecting with the characters. And then the other book that I read was Dear Amelia, which I've heard about this on Book Talk so much, and so I was really excited to read it because a lot of people have said that it's kind of similar to the Dreamland Billionaires series, which it definitely is. And I rated this a 3.5, and I for sure would have rated this a higher rating if it had been longer. This book was only 154 pages, and I just wanted so much more from this book. I feel like by the time that I got to know the characters, got to love the characters, the book was over, and there wasn't like that really tumultuous like third act breakup or like a big thing that happens. And I think it's because they do want you to love the characters who are in this book, but I feel like there needed to be something, like some hardship that they had to get through to connect them. And I already felt like the two characters were definitely connected to each other, but I just needed a little something more, and I think they could have given that if the book were longer. This is about four or three brothers, I can't remember, maybe it's 3 brothers, and all of them are really rich, and then they all have like their own like stories and separate books. And this one is about Israel and Amelia, and they own like a real estate agency, so they're like doing really well for each other. And this is like a best friends to lover scenario, like they both kind of had feelings for each other, but they haven't really wanted to dive into anything. So again, 3.5, and I definitely would have rated this like a 4 or 4.5 if I had been given another like 150 pages and it had been like the length of a regular book. But because it was only 150 pages, it felt more like a novella than an actual like book. So I'm gonna read the rest of the series, but I just feel like I was lacking a little bit there. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed the readathon. If you want me to do another one, let me know. And if you want me to like stay up overnight, let me know. Or if you think that me not staying up overnight is totally fine too, let me know. If you want to see another one of these, let me know in the comments. The only reason why I love like doing what I'm doing and hang out here is because I get to chat with you guys and like hear your feedback. If you read any of these books, let me know. Or if you think that there's another book I should read in another readathon, comment it below. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you all so much, and I hope you guys enjoy your day. Bye guys.